everyone, this is Miroslava. I am the Metaphysical Chick, Multiverse Ambassador, here to help you master the Matrix by expanding your mind. And today I am here with my sister Angelica. So let them know, who are you, Angelica?
What's up, everybody? My name is Angelica. I am an Ascended Master Healer, and I basically help you navigate from getting from point A to point B, where you are now to where you want to be.
Awesome. And this is Deepening the Connection. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for showing up. Today we wanted to keep this very plain, very simple, and just answer the question, what is a spiritual awakening? Now, Angelica, this is something that a lot of people are now going through, and I want to hear your perspective. I'll come in and share my own understanding of what a spiritual awakening is, because although, the definition of a spiritual awakening can be the same, but the experiences vary. We all have very unique experiences, and it's all just what we need in order to ascend or to expand the mind to really see from higher perspectives. So, Angelica, if you want to kick this off and just share a little bit of what your understanding of a spiritual awakening is.
Of course. So, from my perspective, what I feel like a spiritual awakening is when you basically wake up to the many, many truths that have been there the whole time, and you start really seeing the matrix. You start seeing the beyond the veils. Basically, you start feeling like you're going crazy. You start feeling you basically start to also, your whole self-image starts to kind of shift, and you start to feel, or you start to experience yourself in a whole new way, life in a whole new way.
Yes.
You start to see all of these, with all of these images and the veil crumbling, and seeing life and the truths of the world, and even higher universal truths. It's like, oh my God, like, what's happening to me? It's kind of like that. It's like, what's happening to me? You kind of lose all sense of your identity, of who you thought you were, or who people told you you were supposed to be. And there's so much to it, I feel like. But like, that's kind of maybe that in a nutshell. You just kind of lose, everything starts to crumble. It's a whole paradigm shift. That's what it is. It's a whole paradigm shift.
Yeah. Everything that you once knew, everything that you once knew is completely just, you have to let go of the reality that you knew. And, and I know that, we all go through it, and we all have those tower moments. And then once we become aware of all of these things that are actually taking place in our world, and how we have given in or given our consent without actually, being conscious of the things that we're doing, or the things that, for example, the government wants us to do. It's like a lot of the times they don't care. The truth is that the government doesn't give a fuck about people. And so when you awaken, when you wake up, when you have that spiritual awakening, you see through the bullshit, and you are able to really take your power back. So although spiritual awakening, and I'm not giving a description of it, because Angelica, what you said, that was spot on. So that's amazing. That's definitely what it is. But but it's so painful too, and it's very lonely. In my experience, I've always been an introvert, so my life didn't really change. What changed was my emotional body, my mental body, my spirituality, the way that I perceive the world. That's what really shifted. I did have a few friends, and I lost a lot of them, because not necessarily anything that they did or that I did, but just the energetic frequency shift that took place within me. And I was able to see that, hey, this person is not really what I want in my life anymore, so I'm going to let them go and, just let them do their thing, because a lot of the times having these people around is very, it kind of pulls us down. So we have to learn when it is time, or we have to really pay attention and let go when the time comes. and we have to be willing to let go. It's definitely something that a lot of people are going through now. And if you're watching this and you're going through it, know that the dark night of the soul that comes with the spiritual awakening does have an ending. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Healing never ends. Healing is something that we all have to experience as long as we are on this earth. And even outside of the earth, as extraterrestrials, we are still doing the work. We are still learning. We are still growing. But on earth, it is very much needed. This is a school for us to really see things from a higher perspective and to really see other humans with compassion and really understand that, hey, this is only one of many lives that I will ever experience. And there are many more Angelicas, many more Miroslavas in the cosmos, in simultaneous universes. So I feel that this is actually what the spiritual awakening did for me. It allowed me to see that this reality isn't the only reality, that there are so many more aspects of me, that there is so much more than this life. So yeah, I think it's very beautiful. And although it is very lonely, we lose a lot of people, we lose jobs, we have to completely rewire the brain. And like in your case, Angelica, just real quick, how did your, like, for example, abundance, and because this is something that we've been working through a lot, it's letting go of the abundance mindset that we had. And this is something that the spiritual awakening did for us. It helped us see that the way we thought thought about money or about abundance was very toxic, and it was very limiting as well. And let's just leave that for the next video. Yeah, let's share our experience with abundance and with money on a different video, because I feel that's going to be a very powerful one. And that's something that we're still working on and we're still mastering. So yeah, we'll leave that for the next one.
So I feel like in my experience, I was actually really rooted in that 3D paradigm of you fit in, you get a job, you just STFU and, go about your life and settle for mediocrity, basically. That's kind of how my experience of it was. And it's funny that you say abundance, because that wasn't me at all. It was like scarcity. It was like poverty consciousness, and it was all scarcity. I couldn't, for as long as I've been alive, and I'll be 40 this month, I could never sustain myself on my own, ever. And that, looking back, that showed me how skewed that is, because I can never fit into that world. I can never fit into all of that. So everything kind of shifted when I had that paradigm shift. I was, like you said, I lost friends, and it's not like I had a bunch of friends to begin with, but the people that I did lose, it was very painful to lose that, because it was like, why am I losing all of these people? Now I'm more alone than ever. And you go into that dark night of the soul that felt horrible.
so fucking horrible. Painful. Like, that's the worst. Yeah.
It's really, and you feel like it's never going to end. But I feel like once you go into that dark night of the soul, and that's like another great idea for a video, is the dark night of the soul. And you go into that, you like, okay, I'm going to face this. And for me, it was life changing. It completely shifted my paradigm when I started to face all of that. But that's what the spiritual awakening does. It's meant to shift our whole paradigm, individually and collectively. And it's a process of creation just as much it is as a process of destruction. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It is crazy, but it's so needed, especially now in the world. I feel that, humanity is finally ready to shift, because the earth has shifted. The earth is already there. She's vibing in the 5D. It's just humanity that needs to catch up. Yeah. It's just, it's humanity that needs to catch up. And so, and that's why we have started this Deepening the Connection podcast, is because we have so many perspectives, and we feel that it is time now to share everything that we know, everything that just put it out there, and whoever is ready to listen will hear you, will find you. And I feel it's very important. If you're a starseed, a light worker, a healer, the world needs you. So it's very important that we show up. Very easy to judge. I'm not gonna lie. It's very easy to say like, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
Like, wake up. But it's like we have to hold compassion and be in that space of oneness and just love them, like really, really love them. So yeah, I think that's all that we'll be sharing about the spiritual awakening. If you do have any questions about just diving deeper into a spiritual awakening, or if you would like us to answer any other questions, we'll be answering them once a week here. We'll be having long podcast episodes about just world events or spirituality, extraterrestrials, abundance. We'll be sharing a lot, but then we'll also be having short videos just answering questions, and also maybe eventually we'll be doing lives and answer questions that way. Angelica?
Heck yeah, that'd be awesome. Yes, let's do it.
Yeah. So we'll be here. We'll be showing up. We also have our individual channels. So if you want to follow us, our channel names, everything is in the description box. Our social media is also there. So please, if you feel a resonance with our energy, you can find us individually. We are creating a lot of cool things with Deepening the Connection, though. So stay tuned for a lot of exciting announcements that we'll have. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Angelica, anything else that you want to say before we close this?
Nope, that's perfect. Thank you guys for so much for watching. We're gonna be back with all kinds of different, new, amazing, exciting things like Miroslava said. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, give us a like,
and share. Yeah, definitely share if you feel a resonance with our energy. Definitely share this with your friends, with fellow starseeds, extraterrestrials, humans, animals, whatever. And yeah, give us a like. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and we'll be diving deeper to deepen the connection. So we need to come up with a better ending slogan for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.